Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Shelter Insurance, Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, as well as Great Southern. As always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Guy Newcomb, the scoreboard guy, alongside. We're going out to the St. Louis area. Well, actually, probably all around the state here. We've got some young men traveling to Lutheran St. Charles soccer, the Cougars, and head coach Mark Lurtz, state champions this season. And Coach Lurtz and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach, you guys go a 22-5-1 on the season, but you went 14-0-1 to run out the season, including that state championship game. Kind of give the viewers an idea here of what that was like, that last 15 matches on the pitch.
Well, it was pretty exciting stuff. We started finding our way about halfway through the season. We did have Caleb out for a few of the games up front where we lost a few games, but which meant that our lead scoring guy was in the goal. So that kind of changed the balance of the team. But I think the game against Jackson is the one that really catapulted us. We played that team to a 3-3 tie, which was pretty exceptional considering they were state champs Class 4 last year. I think they were the second place team this year in Class 4 as well. So they really energized us. We brought our best against them, and the rest of the season just kind of played out.
Now, going through your districts, you outscore your opponents 12-0 in 2 matches. Then it kind of gets a little bit tough. I mean, it's 2-1, 1-0 in the semifinal or the quarterfinal and the semifinal. Kind of run through those 2 matches as a coach.
Yeah, Borgia surprised us. Physical team, came out fast. They challenged us a lot. We were back on our heels a little bit in the first half. Kind of found our way a little more in the second half. Ended up in a 1-1 tie to end the second overtime. Went into PKs, and we practice PKs in our practices, and these guys, they have a lot of confidence, went in there and did their best and came out 3-1 on top on that one. And then Maryville, again, I think we were a little surprised being at state, a lot of nerves, definitely could tell in the warm-ups for that game, but in the end, they stayed strong. And then the final game, we kind of turned it around, figured out who we were, and we played our best game of the season in that final.
Good way to go out, taking the biggest trophy home.
Yeah.
And playing as well as you've played all year. We've got several young men here on the screen. Looks kind of like a new version of Hollywood Squares, but we'll start up with Quinn up there in the top left corner. And Quinn, hey, welcome to the show. And you got to unmute yourself here. There you go. Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what your role is on the team.
All right, I play center back, and my job's obviously defensive, but also going up as like a center defensive mid a little bit, playing those balls over the top. I take free kicks and penalties, and I try to win those head balls and corners, and that's kind of my job on the team.
Yeah. When you look back at this season, and we've talked about winning 14 of the last 15 with just the tie there to Jackson. Is that kind of where you felt it turned as well?
I'd say so. Yeah, that got us pumped, tying a Class 4 former state champ team. And, it's not an easy game, especially with how much players they have compared to how much players we have in the school. And I thought that really got us jazzed. And we kind of looked at every other game after that, like we can tie Jackson, we can play any of these teams.
As you go back through that state championship run, going from the quarterfinal to the semifinal into the finals, kind of give us your impression. You had the penalty kick there with, I believe, in the Borgia game, but kind of take us through that from a player standpoint. What was going through your mind, the nerves? Coach talked about maybe you might have been a little bit nervous, not you specifically, but just the team.
Yeah, I think going to that game last year, we kind of had a big loss in the quarterfinals last year, and we went into this game kind of shaky, kind of nervous, and we didn't come out as strong as usual. But I thought we we played pretty well. The nerves were there for sure, but getting that first goal got us some adrenaline, and then getting scored on kind of dropped us off. But the penalty shootout for sure was what got us back on track.
Where were you during the penalty shootout? Were you involved in that?
Yeah, I take it first.
All right.
So I scored. I hopefully got us pumped a little bit.
What's your
That was
mindset? What are you thinking about during a penalty kick? Are you going the same way every time, or I mean, are you bluff? What's going through your mind? How do you attack that?
so I always have the same routine. Always go left. Usually, just right off the ground, hit it hard. But I keep my head down the whole time. I don't look at the goal. I don't give the goalie any idea of where I'm going. I face my body towards the right. I hit it left, and that's kind of my routine. So
In the state championship game, a 3-0 win, as the clock's winding down and you start to realize that, we're going to be state champions. What's going through your mind? What are you thinking about?
I was super excited. I didn't really show it. I didn't really, celebrate after. I was still processing it. Even today, I'm still processing it. Like we won state championship, but yeah, it was a really good feeling, and I love the team that I played with and won with. So
Well, Gwen, hey, congratulations and best of luck as
thank
you
you.
go forward.
Thank you.
You bet. Now we'll jump over here to Dane. Dane, what was kind of your impression of the season overall?
I thought that at the beginning we were kind of just seeing how we could play as a team, and as we went farther and practiced more together, we became closer and our chemistry grew. So I think we just needed to find our game and how we played best, and then that's kind of how we succeeded.
Where were you, and what was going through your mind? A 3-0 here in the state championship. The clock's winding down. What are you thinking about? What are some things that are going to stand out about this season?
Well, I was very excited that we were going to win, because after we got our third goal, there was still a good amount of time left on the clock, but if we held them off for the whole first half and a little bit of the second half, we could hold them off for 3 goals. So, yeah, everything that came to us, we just got it out.
What are some things as you look back on this season? What are some things outside of the state championship match that you're not going to forget? Things that you're going to be able to tell your kids, your grandkids about?
Well, our Jefferson City tournament was pretty early on in our season, and that was kind of something that I thought jump-started like our season and how we played together, because we went into it kind of like we started off losing a few of our first games, and then we went into the Jefferson City tournament and we won all the games and won the tournament. So I think that really gave us confidence and showed us how we needed to play as a team.
All right. Where do you go from here?
I don't know, just celebrate with the team. We're all bleaching our hair for winning state, so yeah.
Outstanding. I couldn't get away with that. I don't have any hair, so I could not do that. Dane, hey, on behalf of Missouri Sports Network, congratulations on a tremendous season and state title.
Thank you.
You bet. And we'll jump down here to, I believe, Ben. Ben, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Tell us a little bit from your standpoint about how you felt the season went.
Oh, it was awesome. Just being a part of the team, we all respected each other, and it was just a fun season to be a part of.
And what are your roles? What's your role on the team?
So for every game except for the championship, I was playing center attacking mid. So just kind of putting pressure on their defense, distributing. Most of the time is trying to find Sam or Liam on the wings, getting in the attack.
All right. What did it change to in the championship game?
Coach moved me up top, which I'm used to. I've played pretty much every position throughout my soccer career. So I wasn't like something I played during the season, but it was fun. Just the whole season was awesome.
Well, Ben, tell us a little bit about the differences between those two positions, and do you have a favorite of the two?
I don't know. I really go wherever coach puts me. I don't really have a favorite position. I mean, I love scoring goals, so playing up top is pretty fun. But I'll play anywhere, and I love playing everywhere.
Now, where were you when you realized that the state championship was probably going to be in your grasp?
I think I probably kind of started to realize it right towards the end. It was probably right at the third goal. I was actually on the bench getting a breather when Sam scored that third goal, and it was just kind of Sam's a great player, and that goal really sealed the game for us. And I have total confidence in our defense. Our defense played phenomenal all season. So I think probably once he scored that third goal, it was kind of, to me, like, we've got this.
All right. What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. So you're coming back. What do you do in the off season?
I play club soccer, and, a bunch of guys we're all going to go to the gym together, try to put some muscle on in the off season, get better for next year.
All right. Well, Ben, hey, on behalf of Missouri Sports Network, congratulations on the state title.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Now I've got Caleb just to his right on my screen. But Caleb, how are you today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what your role and responsibilities are.
So I'm the goalkeeper, so got to keep the ball out of the goal, obviously. And then for the five of us, like, we all like the leaders on the team, and so we have to make sure everyone's ready to go, like everyone's locked in before the game, help everyone just be in the right mindset.
And you're kind of maybe the quarterback, so to speak, on the field, because everything's in front of you, kind of like the catcher, maybe even in a baseball game. And what's that communication like? What are you trying to relay to your team members?
So I like to relay just like where everyone is on the field, like their team, so that way, like, if Quinn's looking at the ball and then there's someone coming in behind him, I'll let him know, so that way he's not surprised if someone tries to play a through ball, or just like trying to get everyone up and down to like move as a unit. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, how long have you been playing goalie?
I've been playing goalie since first grade, but I didn't play freshman year because I was really short.
Very good. Well, Caleb, you give up one goal in the last 5 matches. What happened? How'd they get that one by you?
Well, so it was the ball like right on the edge of the box. I went out to like kick it, and then I realized it was rolling faster, and I was like, oh, I can pick it up. And then I just missed the ball.
Very good. What was the most exciting moment outside of the state championship for you as a player this season?
I think the most exciting moment was our second Christian High game. It was 2-0, and it was maybe 15 minutes left in the game, and there's a penalty kick in the box, and so I save it, and it was my first game back from being on quarantine, and so I saved it, and I was just, I think, the coolest moment of the season, just keeping the shutout in the first game back.
You bet. Well, Caleb, also on behalf of Missouri Sports Network, hey, congratulations on the state title.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. And we're visiting again with Lutheran St. Charles soccer team and head coach Mark Lurtz. And we've got Liam down here. And Liam, I think, is the only one outside. Liam, are you playing soccer right now?
No, I'm at a random gas station.
You're at
in the middle of nowhere.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about your roles and responsibility. Well, I should have went with you first, so you could have got some gas. But what's your role and responsibility?
I'm a wing mid on the team, so I go for those runs down the line. I get those good balls from Quinn or just anybody on the team, and I try to cross it in for just an easy tap in. That's kind of what me and Sam were doing the whole season, or outscore, either one of those.
And at what point did you realize that you're going to win the state title, and what was your reaction? What are you thinking about when you realized that, hey, we're going to take the biggest trophy home?
It was like when there was like 2 minutes left on the clock, and I was like, wait, this is the state championship. We're about to win the whole thing. And then I just looked at everyone, I was like, we just won state. And it kind of took me a while to realize that was state and not just a normal game.
What other moments are going to stand out to you over this season and your career, maybe?
Definitely tying Jackson. That was a very big game for our whole team. before the game, I could tell that they kind of looked at us and laughed because they thought that they were going to crush us. But then when we tied them, it just felt good because we're not some tiny bad team. We can compete with big teams like that. So that felt good.
Very good. Well, Liam, hey, congratulations on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network on a state title.
Thank you.
And Coach Lurtz, you know, as you look back on this, at what point were you comfortable that you're going to win the state title, and what was that maybe post-game celebration like?
Well, I got to tell you, you know, I was pretty confident with the boys. They can tell you I'm a pacer, typically, but and I'll go back to switching Ben. I got him up top and got somebody else in the midfield there, just to gain more control and to play our game a little better in that last game. They literally took everything we worked on over the season, and it culminated in a fantastic final. They did everything we talked about, everything we worked on. I literally sat down probably 90% of the game, maybe got up 5 times. Some of the fans were talking to me afterwards saying, Coach, was everything okay? I was like, it was so good that I was able to actually sit through a game. So yeah, the celebration afterward, it was just great watching them. Lots of hugs, lots of good support from the fan base, and you know, just a happy coach. I'm proud of these boys. These guys on the screen here, they're the leaders of the team. They pulled us through the season. So yeah, as a coach, you can't ask for more.
Okay, so I understand they're coloring their hair. Did you have any bets or anything like that you had to honor for them winning the state title?
No, I stayed quiet when they were talking about that. This hair's staying the same color until it turns gray on its own. So
no running or anything you had to do?
I may have mentioned something about push-ups at one point, but I got a bad shoulder, so we're going to skip that too.
All right, very good. Well, we visited with the coach, and his name escapes me now, who actually tore his Achilles tendon at the end of it when he jumped, and he went down. And I'm trying to think of, and I shouldn't have even brought it up, but I just got done interviewing at Fort Zumwalt South head coach Jim Lane, and he actually got an injury, and I don't know if he's gone into surgery yet, but we interviewed him a couple of days ago, and he had his leg up, and the kids were there. But just want to make sure everything was good. Coach, I really appreciate your time today, and I'm assuming bottom right is still Mom. I don't think that's a player, is it?
No, it's not. No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing somebody. But gentlemen, hey, congratulations. And James, thank you so much for being part of the Missouri Sports Network.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Everybody be safe.
Thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
You're listening to the Missouri and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.